What's up? Welcome back. I'm John Stark from ActTheMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic, and today I'm doing a review of K-Pop Demon Hunters. Yes, that is the real movie. It is on Netflix. You can watch it right now, and it does have audio description from International Digital Center. And it's done by Sony Animation. So click like, share, subscribe, click that notification bell. Join me on my journey because I'm really excited to talk about K-Pop Demon Hunters. My channel is a little bit different here, so join my cult following so I can sell you merch. And at some point, really, it's just like people claim that they go in blind into things, and I actually have to go in blind even to things that are just on Netflix, and I just click play, and I didn't actually go anywhere, but I was still blind when I watched it. So it's, different perspective. But so K-Pop Demon Hunters. First of all, the audio description is excellent. You can tell from the descriptions of the characters, I felt like were really solid. It gave them some sort of visual characteristics like hair color. Also identified them all as Korean, which I thought was amazing because it's K-pop. It's interesting when it's sort of assumed that, that they still went with it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I like that. And also like I'm gonna call them like demon magic powers. Those are described really well. The plot is like, we've seen this before, sort of, but not with music. I'm not a K-pop fan. I kind of liked it after this. I would totally jam to this soundtrack. Soda Pop, which I think is somebody else's song, but that was a really fun song. So we have the Huntresses, who are, they're a girl group, a trio. The main one is sort of who we focus on. She has a backstory because she's, they've all been trained to fight the demons, and they're fighting demons also through the power of music, which is excellent. I love that. It's so cheesy. But our main girl has a backstory because she's also half demon. And oh no, she can't tell anybody. She has to hide who she really is because will anybody really love her if they actually knew? Would anyone really love her? Tragedy. Meanwhile, Satan, not really Satan in this, he's got some other name, god of the underworld, or I don't know, the dude. So he wants, steal souls, and he's looking, and he's constantly being thwarted like the Scooby-Doo gang or something by the Huntresses, and a little aspirational demon comes to him and says, I have an idea. What if we defeat them through K-pop? And he's like, what? That doesn't make any sense. I hate you. You're stupid. Shut your face. And he's like, no, I have an idea. And he transforms himself and these other two demons into boy band members. And they're like, we can go fight them as a boy band. And so they do. And at first, they're like really charming, and the girls are all like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And they're so cute, like the boy band. Like there's some audio description about like one of the girls having like popcorn that like flies out of her eyes. I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm sure it makes sense to somebody, but things like that just made me laugh and made me love the movie even more. It was so entertaining. And they have these sort of like, eventually they figure out that those are demons, so they have these like dance fights while they're also like singing. It's great. I love it. Everything heads to this like idol thing that they have to like compete in to win. What's really funny is that, so there are these like two groups, but eventually when we get there and it like reveals, because like the Huntresses struggle, and it reveals there are like 10 groups or something in the competition, because at some point they're in 10th place. I'm like, where are the other groups? Where's everybody else? So yeah, it's but there's also this side story where like the main girl from the girl group and the main boy from the boy group have this connection, and she's trying to, she's like, we could change the world together. Your past, which he has a past, but not fully defined. It has something to do with him, like he was eating rice and something happened to his family, so now he's like condemned to hell for all of eternity. It's very weird. I don't understand Koreans. Explain to me, somebody from Korea, explain to me his whole thing and why he is living in shame. He's like, I was stuffing my face with rice and not there with my family. I was like, we'd all be, all Americans, all Americans are going to hell because we've all done some dumb shit like that where we're like out somewhere and not with our families. So if the goal is we have to be with family at all times, then dead, all of us. I went to the movies and came back. I just went out to McDonald's. Just went on a McDonald's run. Like, good God. So yeah, I went out for a run. Just went out for a jog. So it's that's his backstory, and the movie will evolve and develop. I don't know. I like this movie. Don't overthink this. I was thinking about this movie critically. It's got problems in the script. I mean, like the other girls are really underdeveloped. The other demon boys are really I don't even know where they got them from. He just kind of materializes these other demon boys. I don't know what their names are. Do they have thoughts? Do they have the character development here is nominal at best. Um, but the music is really fun. It's super silly. It's goofy. When you've got popcorn flying out of people's eyes, which is obviously not can't really be happening. I mean, that she doesn't have the power of popcorn. That'd be amazing power to have to just create popcorn whenever you needed it. But I don't think that's her thing. So yeah, well, everything kind of meshes together in this wildly fanciful, upbeat, entertaining experience. About an hour, 40 minutes long. Audio description was excellent. It's the kind of film that you root for the Academy Awards to get that fifth place spot. You know, it's not the kind of film that makes sense to be nominated, but it's the film where people are like, I don't know. I really want that Ninja Turtles movie to get, or I really want Transformers 1 to get the nod. This year, there'll be people who are like, I don't know, that K-pop Demon Hunters movie. That would be so killer if it got that. I feel like that's going to happen. So, yeah, this is, sometimes movies just should be fun. And I think some movies have tried to do that and they just fail at it. And, this movie manages to overcome all of its failings in many ways, to where you're like, I don't know who that character is, but I don't know that I care. You know, it's just I'm having a lot of fun. I'm listening to these songs and this music, and they're fighting like they're in West Side Story, and oh, they have to fight, and they're gonna have a big sing off at the end, and made me think of like Bill and Ted and how Bill and Ted had to write this like one song to like save humanity. How goofy that was at the time. And it's like, well, this is kind of that. The Huntresses are trying to get on stage so they can sing their one song to save humanity. Anyway, yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters. I'm gonna give it an A minus. Admittedly inflated, but sometimes movies are fun, and that should be enough. You know, movies also can be entertaining. I think I got into film criticism because it seemed like we held against so many like popcorn features back in the day, back before the internet allowed for film criticism to explode onto all these other websites. Certain films in certain genres had a really hard time landing with critics. They didn't like certain things. They didn't like certain actors. They didn't like certain action movies. Then, like, you know, they turned their noses up a lot more back in the day. And I think here is an example of a film that isn't perfect by any means. But man, for an hour and 40 minutes, I was having a blast. So I think you will too. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you guys on the other side.